Well, things are hotting up here at Sulby Bridge in the battle for 4th place, because Dave Walker, number 4, is on the approach here, as you can hopefully see in the picture. But in the background behind him is number 18, Paul Sayle, who's got a bit of a move on since Andreas and has reduced the gap to Dave Walker to probably, I would say, about a minute, about 90 seconds perhaps on the road. So Paul Sayle is on the move here, looking to elevate himself into 4th place, which would be an absolutely fantastic position for Paul. He did well last year. Finished certainly inside the top 20. I think he was in about the top 15. I'd have to refer back to my notes, but one of the advantages of having a bit of time between the walkers is that you can refer to your pre-prepared notes, such as they are. So I can tell you that Dave Walker is a 6-time Parish walk finisher. First competed in 2009, and looking strong still. Well done, Dave. And going well. And you wouldn't bet against Dave Walker getting to the finish now. Once you've come this far, if you're still holding it together, if you can take on food and drink, then it's going to take a lot to stop these guys now. Mentally, they'll be very determined, and particularly given the positions they're in as well. They may not be on for personal best times in Dave's case, but certainly he'll be on for a good position and a coveted finish. It's never easy to finish the Parish walk, even if you are a previous finisher. As conditions have shown today, you just don't know what's going to happen. But Paul Sayle is moving extremely well. Still got his wide brim sun hat on just to keep the sun off. It is dipping away now in the sky, but whatever's working for Paul, we want to keep going really well. Super effort, Paul. Fifth place, and 4th place is right there. And Paul's got his gloves on, as he had earlier on. Looks maybe a little bit warm, but he obviously knows what's right for him. And as the conditions start to cool down now as well, he'd probably be grateful of the extra layer there. In fact, it saves him time of having to change over the layers as well. I was just speaking to Dale Farquhar earlier on, whose wife Jane unfortunately stopped in Kirkmichael, but Dale was suggesting that because we've had such relatively cool weather this year, apart from maybe a week or so in April, maybe some people have been caught out by the heat today because they just haven't had the opportunity to train in the warmer weather, which I think is a fair point. The pure temperature today hasn't been superbly hot, 18 degrees, 17 degrees, certainly plenty warm enough, but perhaps it's a combination of humidity and the fact that most people's training will have taken place in much cooler weather that has scuppered a few people today. We have, of course, had good weather in the last week or two, but most people by then have done all the hard training. They're just trying to conserve their energy and load up with carbs so they won't be out on the road doing their training. So these guys have done really well to last as far as they have done and hopefully last the full distance as well. So that's it from Sulby for me. The next 2 walkers who we interview after this, I think, will be Andrew Titley and Julian Thomas, who are both going extremely well. So I'll post a leaderboard update shortly as well, but I'm going to move on now towards the Mackle Social Club barbecue for my late lunch, and I'll pick up again in Mackle, hopefully an interview with some of the supporters and the support crews there in Mackle as well.